I just know their philosophy now because I know their head coach so well. But they will be very sound in what they do. They'll be very good in what they do. They will be prepared, and they do a nice job of taking their personnel and maximizing their personnel within a game plan. Offensively, they took the transfer quarterback from Minnesota, so he's a very talented young man. I mean, that's why you see the numbers on him. He's a great runner, and then you also look at the running back. Is their leading rusher. So the quarterback and the running back are 1-2 in rushing, and then when you go down the chart and you look at their defense, you look at what they have done because their whole staff went from Western to South Dakota. So there's some similarities there. It's just different personnel doing it. So there's more of that knowledge going on right now between the two, but you can see the progress they're making week to week because they're getting better week to week. Youngstown's a good football team. But and it tells me a lot about South Dakota. They kind of hit Youngstown, but at the same time, South Dakota's a very good football team.
Did you look at that Youngstown and see what they did against their quarterbacks? They held him to just 14 yards rushing. And maybe implement some of those phases with your plan? Or?
Yeah, Youngstown's got great players now. Okay, we'll deal with them next week when we go. I just caught an eye of them because I'm watching, their phase of the game right now, and they got great players. So they got half the Nebraska football team out there, so it's a good football team.
How long have you known Coach Nielsen?
I knew Coach Nielsen when he used to come here. I was an assistant coach here, and he used to come back here all the time. And when he was at Wartburg, so he goes way back to Wartburg. He'd come down to our practices, down to our spring, and I've always stayed in touch with him ever since then. He's always been that type of person. That he's such a good person. He's a guy that you want. As a person to talk to and kind of shoot ideas off in the off season when we weren't in the same league. So yeah, no, he's a good man with a lot of good ideas.
Back to the